Well, hello there, our fellow Americans. You are witnessing our very own and first episode of Gymlog US Edition, episode 1. Let me introduce you myself. I am Mika Nysselä. You might pronounce it Newsoil. I was doing Newsoil, but it's really difficult to say. So it's like I'm Mika, and the guy behind the camera is called Mike Siren. It's a little bit easier to pronounce. Say hello.
Hi there.
Hi there. He's actually from Texas.
Yeah, from
Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas.
First of all, I gotta say to you, let me introduce myself to you a little bit better. I'm actually a bodybuilder. You don't see it, but I'm actually a Finnish bodybuilder. I've been training like 26 plus years, and I've been competing 14 years now. And the guy behind the camera, he's an artist, he's a photographer, he's also a bodybuilder, and he owns, I think, biggest sports forum in the whole Nordic area, and it's called, in Finnish,
Pakkotoisto.
Pakkotoisto, and it's actually in English, forced repetition. So, what are we doing here? Let me go back in history. Two guys from Andromeda. I mean two guys who has sick humor, I think, and we are together, Team Eminem. We go back like 2011, and we started doing humoristic information training videos with full of sick humor and stuff like that. And also we've done already like 54 episodes with a lot of technique information and movements in the gym that you can train properly, and you can do things like in a proper way, in a good way, so that you don't get any injuries and stuff like that. Okay, it's been like in Finnish language, so you don't obviously don't know what we're talking about in those episodes. So we decided for you, our fellow Americans, that we do this in English, and this is the first episode. Do you have anything to say back there?
What has been seen cannot be unseen.
Yes, and also we're doing this for you, that you can train properly and in a good manner, and also that you can learn something about us Finnish people, because the Finnish people is quite weird. We like you Americans a lot. We are shy people. We are really quiet people. Let me paint this picture for you. Let's go to the Monday morning, and usually Finnish people use public transportation, like bus or subway or tram or something like that. And you're going to it's raining, it's pouring rain, it's raining like hell, and you're going to the bus station. And the shyness of Finnish people really concretes there. There's a bus stop where you go inside and you don't get wet. So there's one guy inside there. It's the regular Joe, or what do you call it, Matti or Maija in Finnish. Average Joe, I think. Is it called like average Joe?
Gia Joe.
No, average Joe. It's the normal person of just average guy.
John Doe.
John Doe. Let's call him John Doe. And he's sitting in there in the bus stop, and it's pouring rain, but you just can't go into the bus stop because he's too near at you. The bus stop is actually full. So everyone else, like 12 people, is just standing outside there getting wet.
Space is occupied.
The space is actually occupied. So Finnish people act like that. And in the bus, there's double seats in the bus, and when you go sit on that other seat, it's actually full. You cannot sit beside that next passenger because
space is occupied.
Space is occupied. And it might be like if everybody's sitting in one bench, the bus is actually full. It's you just can't sit anywhere. So you're standing the whole trip to the work. That's the Finnish way. When someone really sits right next to you, he or she might think, oh my God, he's touching my thigh. His thigh is touching my thigh. Oh my God, I'm just sitting here watching the rain. That is the Finnish way of normal routines. But one exception. When Finnish people have alcohol, and Friday night and Saturday night, the bus is full of life. Everyone's sitting right next to each other, and they're singing, and they're having fun, and shouting, and cheering each other, and high-fiving guys that they don't even know. That's the Finnish way of getting drunk, having fun. And then all the walls and blocks are disappeared, and you're not shy anymore.
Space is unoccupied.
Space is unoccupied.
With alcohol.
With alcohol.
What about coffee?
What about coffee? Finns drink coffee like no one else.
This is how we
This is
do
a classic
it.
ding,
A ding.
And it's really good pre-workout also. So we have a coffee, and then we go train. And now we go to our next part of the show. Facts of Finland. Finnish weather is really weird. Half of the year it's winter time. 10 months. And when you go up north in summertime, the sun doesn't go down at all. It's just day, all day along. It's just day. When it's 3 o'clock in the morning, it's just sun is up there, and oh my God, the insomnia. Ugh. But in the winter time, sun doesn't come up at all. It's always dark. It's really weird. So I think that's why we're really a bit weird people.
A little bit suicidal also.
A little bit suicidal also. I think their ratings in the suicides are one of the highest in the planet. And Japanese are also pretty suicidal, I think.
No.
Yeah. They like to go to the weird forest there and hang themselves.
Akikohara.
Akikohara. But let's go to the winter time. Winters are really cold, ugly. There's a lot of snow. Cars are stuck in the courtyards and in the streets. And
except all-wheel drives.
Yeah, we are really near at Germany, so quite few people have Audis and BMWs and Mercedes-Benzes. I think so. Don't you think so, Mike?
No.
Yes. Which car did you have? What model? Which car did you have? I think it was Audi. And you have Quattro, so it's a four-wheel drive, so you don't get stuck there. But my my little Peugeot, Peugeot is the pearl of the car. It really gets stuck everywhere.
And when you get stuck, you will say, Finland, not one.
Let's go to the Second World War. Because world was at war.
Second time.
The world was at war. Second time. In 1939, Soviet Union declared a war against Finland, and it was a winter war. It was called Winter War. It was one of the coldest winters in the century. But Finnish people were really prepared for that. And the Red Army came, but the Finns were really good and hard fighters. And we actually kind of won the war at the first part. And I think in the history, if you think small country like Finland, it's really weird that we almost won the great nations, the Soviet Union and the Red Army.
They tried to occupy our space in
They
here.
tried to occupy, but it was occupied already. So when the war started, we asked our fellow neighbors, Swedes, to come to help us. But I think they were a little bit too busy playing ping pong and jumping on a trampoline.
Kalle, 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 Ulle, Ulle.
And we also asked Germany for help, but I think that Hitler was too busy conquering the world or something. So we were really alone against the great mighty Soviet Union. Eventually we did lose the war, and we had to pay a lot of war debts to Soviet Union, also known as Russia. We had to give Vyborg and a lot of places in Karjala. We had to give a lot of gold to Soviet Union and stuff like that.
But we didn't need to give Karjalan piiraka.
Yeah, Karjalan piirakka. Yeah, it's kind of
It's
a traditional pie that it looks like a little bit like a pussy.
Yeah.
You're so
Naughty.
weird guy.
Naughty.
You're so naughty. But anyhow, these are the facts of Finland in the history. So now you know. Now you know.
Karelian pie.
Karelian pie. It's actually called a Karelian
It's
pie.
Karelian
pie is like this big. It's really big. And it's also known as a ryppypiirakka in Finland. It's like it has a lot of wrinkles on top of it, but it's really good tasting. It doesn't taste like fish at all. It has rice or potato also. Is it? Yeah, potato pie. Is it like? I don't remember.
Egg butter.
Egg butter. We go to the food section later on in this series, but actually this is the first episode of this series and in the YouTube, so you can watch and learn how to train and watch and learn things about Finland and Finnish people. It's called Finns, but it's not the fish Finns. It's us, not the fish Finns.
What?
Fins. The fish has fins. But
You mean räpylä?
Eva. Fin. Iväs. Fins.
Iväs.
And we also learn Finnish language for you.
And we start from the swear words.
Swear words. What is the word in English when you say fuck? It's in Finnish. It's like, is it the pussy? Is it
Yeah. We cannot say this.
Yeah, we cannot swear.
No.
Did you just have to beep?
Yeah.
You just have to beep that lines. Yeah. But we have a lot of curse words. And we are really good cursing.
Because this is Suomi, Finland, perkele.
That's the most famous quote that someone just said in the war when we're at war, and Finnish soldiers said, "This is Suomi, Finland, perkele." Our fellow Americans, it's really nice to join us and have fun and listen to our history lessons and facts of Finland. Okay, we have this coffee with my fellow American Mike, and then we go to the gym and we have something there for you to show. It's really disturbing, and we have been watching you Americans, so stay tuned. We go to the gym next. Boom.
So viewer discretion advised.
Yes. The red light is on. Okay, we are here at the gym. As you can see, we have a lot of equipments here, and so do you have also very different variation of equipments in your gym. And actually, we have been watching you, Mike and I, we have been lurking. We have been lurking in YouTube quite some time, and we've been seeing your couple of your guys there training, and we've seen how you train, like doing bench press. And actually, Mike just said that
we're a little bit worried.
He's been a little bit worried about your bench techniques. So we would like to show you how the basic principles of bench pressing. So, but first we want to show you a couple of your bench techniques that we're so worried about, like this. And like this. Ooh. And this. He's already on the ground. And this. The basic principles in bench pressing is really simple, but what you want to do is not to just lay flat on the bench. You want to put your shoulders back and your shoulder blades together. So we want to isolate the pectorals. If you don't put the shoulders back and you keep them front, you're actually lifting with your shoulders. So, our fellow Americans, watch closely. You put your shoulders back and your shoulder blades together. And when you lean back on the bench, actually you're having your traps and your rear delts, rear shoulders.
Where is your rear delts?
Rear. You have your traps, your rear shoulders, and plus you're laughing, and your upper back on the bench very tight. Flex all your muscles. You have a wide grip, and then you just keep your shoulders back, and you slowly, eccentric. You put the barbell down. You go with the barbell down on your chest, and nicely just push it back on top. You don't want to use your shoulders, and keep the movement really long. Shoulders back, and your movement was really short. And then you're actually not using your shoulders so much. You don't want to put the stress on your shoulders. You want to put the stress on your pectorals. Mike, do you have anything else to say?
Press like a maniac.
Then press like a maniac, yeah. And we do the demonstration right now. So. Okie dokie, we're here, and you're there, and we're everywhere. So, wide grip, put your shoulders back on the bench, and you just you arch your back, and you have really nice, good balance, and then you just, what did you
press
say?
Like a maniac.
Press like a maniac, okay, I'm trying to do that. Okay, watch closely.
That's very nice. Just like up in Timo's ass.
That was the, how do you say?
Correct technique.
Correct technique.
For bench pressing.
From the school book of techniques.
Bible of bodybuilding.
Bible of bodybuilding. So
we have it. Only one copy. That's not a book of Eli, it's the other one.
Mike is so funny, guy.
We have the Bible of bodybuilding, the only one.
Did you watch closely?
Yes.
Our fellow Americans. That was the correct technique of bench pressing.
And
don't do those other things at home. Do this at the gym. You look at me.
I don't see anybody else in here.
You looking at me? I don't know. That was our first lesson in our first episode of Gymlog
US Edition. You know what?
What?
I smell some anabolic chicken. Oh, yes.
Kauhea rutin. Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Did you speak some Finnish in there?
I actually did something. I mumbled something in Finnish. This was our first episode ever. So we would like you to give us a thumbs up and please subscribe down there. Comment if you want.
And for the haters, there's a thumbs down.
Thumbs down. If you didn't like it, just give us a thumbs down. Like we care, but we don't care. But if you did like, give us a thumbs up and subscribe and tell your friends that we Finns actually are really similar like you guys in there in America. We are like small Americans. And actually we love one of your biggest bodybuilder of all time, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
True icon.
He's the bodybuilding icon, and we Finland, here in Finland, we people just love Arnold Schwarzenegger so much that we actually almost speak like Arnold. And we have some quotations for you guys there, like, put that cookie down.